What's up, guys? So today I want to talk about Spotify's pay per stream. Now, I know this is a touchy subject because of what's going on with Spotify right now, and there's a lot of artists out there that have opinions about what Spotify pays per stream. But I'm not making this video to complain about that. I'm simply just trying to give you guys some insight on what an artist at my level is making on Spotify. So if you're new here, my name is Rigdon. I'm an independent artist. My goal is to help find your sound and help you in your independent music journey. If you didn't watch my last video, I went over how much money I made last year in 2021 on Spotify, just in streaming royalties. And keep in mind, we weren't really consistently releasing music. Whatever plays we got last year was just from whatever fans we've accumulated over the years, and we really didn't nurture that. So this year we're looking to change that. And by the way, hit that like and subscribe button because that really helps the YouTube algorithm and it really helps me out. So you can make a decent passive income on Spotify streaming royalties. How many streams would it take to make minimum wage in passive income on Spotify? I crunched some numbers and this is what I came up with. If you just Google Spotify pay per stream, Musicians Union says that Spotify pays an artist an average of 0.0038 per stream, which is spot on correct, and I'm going to show you. Now, the way that Spotify pays out is going to vary from artist to artist because payouts per stream depend on what country they're in and what region. So my average is going to look different than your average. So far, my music is pretty much listened to in the US, Canada, the UK, Japan, just the main countries. And what mine averages out to is exactly 0.0038. My numbers, sometimes they vary from 0.005 to 0.0038, but it's usually in that range. So you can use 0.003 to 0.005. That's going to be your sweet spot. And that's actually what's on Spotify's website, I think. So I went ahead and exported a Google Sheets document from DistroKid. And if you go into your DistroKid and you go to Bank, and then you go to see in excruciating detail, it's going to bring you to this page where you can see pretty much where all your streams are coming from. So what I did was I went to October of 2021 last year, and I just selected Spotify. And I'm just choosing this month at random. I have no idea why I'm using October, but in October of last year, we made $17.51. So I went ahead and exported this and loaded it up in Google Sheets. And here, I just put a little calculator here to calculate all the plays we had. So in the month of October, we had 4,576 plays on Spotify. And that equaled out to about $17.51. That's not a big number at all. So obviously I'm not trying to brag here, but this is literally from us not doing anything. We weren't really posting music or anything. This is just our music just out there on the internet, no promotion or anything like that. So if we do the math on that, so we'll do $17.51 divided by 4,576. That brings us to 0.0038, which is the exact number that was given on Google. So I guess you can use that number to kind of determine what you're going to be making on Spotify as well. So in order for me to make minimum wage, which in my state, Alabama, minimum wage is $7.25. So in order for me to make minimum wage in Spotify royalties, I would need to make, $7.25 an hour times 40 hours a week is 290 times 4, because there's 4 weeks in a month. So you're going to make $1,160 for minimum wage 40 hours a week in Alabama. Then you got to factor in taxes. So we'll put our taxes in there, 0.9, which is 104. So 1,160 minus 104 is 1,056. So after taxes, you're looking at taking home $1,056 for minimum wage in Alabama, full time. In order to make that with Spotify, I already did the numbers beforehand, but that would equal out to 278,000 streams a month. That's a big number. It's not impossible, but it is a big number. And for most independent musicians, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to make that right off the bat, but with consistency and dedication, and if your music actually speaks to people, then yes, I think that's a doable number. Also, and you're getting on playlists and you're promoting your music, you're using Facebook ads, I think that number is very easily attainable. So 278,000, let's break down that number a little further. So if you wanted to see how much you would need to make daily in order to hit that $7.25 an hour goal, you would have to divide that by 30, which is 30 days in a month. you would need to make 9,266 streams a day. Now, if you wanted to break that even further to see how many streams an hour you would need to make, so $7.25 an hour, you work 8 hours a day at your job. So divided by 8, which is 1,158 streams an hour in order to make minimum wage. That's ridiculous, guys. Like I said, I'm not making this video to complain, but you know, back when I was growing up, getting paid for streaming was not a thing. I mean, there was Napster. I mean, if you had that on your computer, you were basically like a low-level hacker. And I think the reason why streaming took a huge turn is because of Lars Ulrich, however you say his name, from Metallica. He made a big deal about how people were downloading his music and he wasn't getting paid from it. So I think he has a big deal with how the streaming world came to be today. So thank you, Lars. And also, I'm very thankful that we are able to get paid for streaming nowadays. Do I think that it should be more? Yes, but I'm still very thankful that we are getting paid. And also, there's bands out there that are making about 250,000 streams per day. And if you do the math on that times 30, they're making 7.5 million streams a month. And if we apply that same percentage of pay per stream on it, they're making $28,500 a month just from streaming royalties. But you got to also keep in mind that that band is probably on a label, and their label is either taking half or probably like 80% of that money. I would love to be making that kind of money as an independent artist because all that money goes to us. I mean, obviously you have to pay taxes on that, but you get a bigger chunk of money being an independent artist. So I hope this gives you guys some insight on what an artist at my level makes and what bigger artists make. I'm eager to see how streaming evolves in the next few years. So with that being said, I encourage anybody that's a fan of my music to check out our Bandcamp, add us to your playlist. We just released a Patreon account. So if anyone wants to see the in-depth process of us releasing singles every month, I'll leave a link in the description below for all these things so you can find more ways to support us. And honestly, even if you can't afford to support us, the best form of support would be just add us to your playlist, share our music, and just listen to it. I mean, that's literally the best form of support if you don't have any other means. So if you guys want to see me make more content about this topic, just leave me a comment below. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you again soon.